Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters Podcast. With me today is Chris Petrie,
Too sweet,
and Andre Mitchell.
Yo.
Today we are going to cover May 13th AEW All Elite Wrestling. Let's go. We start the night with on commentary. We have
Jim Ross,
Tony Schiavone.
and Excalibur.
Yeah, buddy. And we start the night with Murder Hawk, Lance Archer, coming out with Jake the Snake Roberts, calling out Cody Rhodes, saying that at Double or Nothing, that's the pay-per-view that's coming up, saying that at the pay-per-view, he's going to deny him, Lance Archer is going to deny him the title that he so rightfully wants. And that what happened to his wife was her own fault. Cody Rhodes has a big old truck coming in, wrecking down the gate, and comes barging in to fight Lance Archer, and it's a straight up brawl between the two. Ultimately, Lance Archer and Jake the Snake Robert end up running away, leaving Cody Rhodes in the ring. Your thoughts on that, Chris?
First of all, Dr. Big Becker attacked Brandy Rhodes from behind
Last week.
And then Jake the Snake Water put that snake all over her feet. Well, she was unconscious. Yeah.
If you don't like snakes, you don't want one on you.
Yeah.
And your thoughts, Andre?
It was a pretty entertaining match. Well, I like to see it happen again.
It wasn't even a match, it was a brawl.
Well, I don't know, man. It was something that's good. I want to see Jake the Snake back in the ring. That would be nice.
You might see that because next week he'll be going against the Enforcer.
R. Anderson.
R. Anderson.
Right now.
Say that again?
That would be awesome to see right now.
Yeah, they're going to be in the ring next week. I don't know if they're fighting or not. Best Friends, Dark Order, Jurassic Express. It's a tag team match. We got Jurassic Express with Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, accompanied by Marco Stunt, versus Best Friends Chuck Taylor and Trent, accompanied by freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, the sloth of wrestling. Due to some major interference going on, we would have people like MJF jumping Jungle Boy because he's got a match at Double or Nothing. And we also have going into the, the number one contendership tournament for, well, actually, that's a good question. There's no middleweight class except for the TNT title. And there's already decided who's going to win. But I think it's a number one contendership for the world title. Right? And one of those people in those tournaments is freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. And his opponent is going to be one of the Lucha Brothers, Ray Phoenix. And he comes out of nowhere, freaking leaping, super kicking his face. So, both sides of each team are getting jumped, and nobody's able to get anything done, but until Trent, or was it Tyler? One of the Best Friends pins Jungle Boy, who was dropped on a dime thanks to MJF, and Best Friends win that match. Luchasaurus is mad as hell, wondering what happened to his buddy Marco Stunt on the outside of the ring. So this is all kinds of weird, man. All kinds. Your thoughts, Chris?
I have no comment.
No comment. How about you, Andre?
That was pretty entertaining. I want to see Luchasaurus just beat up everybody again. That would be nice to see.
You want to know what I want to see?
What?
Wardlow versus Luchasaurus.
Oh, that would be good to see too.
Because it looked like Wardlow took out Marco Stunt. Next up, we have the Inner Circle. Santana and Ortiz go up against Kenny Omega and he is one half of the tag team champions versus Matt Hardy, courtesy of their interference last week in the street fight. Ultimately, I believe it was... Damn, there was a lot of stuff going on. But I think it was...
Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy?
Yeah, that won the match, but... Oh yeah, that's right. Santana with a neck brace. What the hell? Why is he wearing a neck brace?
No.
And a fold-up chair, barely crawls to the ring, or slowly walks, should I say. But for him, it might as well be crawling because he's tiptoeing. He gets in the ring, tries to hit Matt Hardy with the steel chair. He takes it from him, and he freaking Twister fakes his sorry butt. And then Kenny Omega comes up from behind to actually deal the final blow and gets the win. So I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't Chris Jericho send Jake Hager? Are they not in the show?
Probably not.
No, we learned later that they were a part of the show. Both Chris Jericho and Jake Hager were on site. So I'm like, why did he send the weakling and not the powerhouse? Chris Jericho, why, you idiot?
He sucks. He's not only a leader, but he's a failure.
Mm-hmm. Next, we have Taz interviewing Darby Allin, once again trying to get him to be his protege, to have him learn from the ECW original. How you think about that?
Yeah, it would have been cool.
And he said no.
He still say no?
He said no.
Darby.
How you feel about that, Andre?
It was alright so far. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. What's next? Oh, we had an interview with Shida. Hikaru Shida versus... talking about her upcoming match against Nia
Rose.
Yeah, for the AEW Women's title. Nia Rose interferes in that interview only to showcase that I see you lost something. I'm here to give it back. It hits her head with the kendo stick that she comes to the ring with. It said, "It's your kendo stick, bitch." Damn, this chick is good. Okay, what the hell? MJF versus Lee Jackson, a rookie talent. He beats him pretty damn fast and goes to say that next week, since he's fighting his buddy MJF at Double or Nothing, he figured he'd go ahead and sign his name on the dotted line for an open match with Marco Stunt next week. I was like, what the hell? MJF is a manipulator. He knew. So he had Wardlow jump him beforehand. Like, God. How do you feel about that?
Jacob Freeman is a coward.
Uh-huh. How you feel about that, Andre?
Coward.
Yep, coward. Next, we have Pineapple Pete versus Le Champion, Chris Jericho, accompanied by the Inner Circle, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara. And it's a whole damn crew. What the... the buzzing. I know what that means. So first up, Pineapple Pete ends up losing to Chris Jericho. But afterwards, the Inner Circle get in the ring all together to make an announcement. Before they do, it's Vanguard 1, the drone of Matt Hardy, returning the t-shirt, the little t-shirt that Chris Jericho offered him to join the Inner Circle. And then he goes and says that he doesn't need Vanguard 1 to join the Elite anymore because the new final member is a baseball bat. And he destroys Vanguard 1. He destroys that drone. And everybody takes a turn at using the bat. Bow, 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 bow. And then Matt Hardy, already broken. Brilliance is broken hearted to see his dear friend, an electronic figure, like a family member, just shattered into pieces. Man. Oh, you know Matt Hardy. Even the commentators, Excalibur, are saying, what is Matt going to tell his 3 sons about Vanguard 1?
Tell Chris Jericho kill him. Kill it.
The inner circle extinguished the flame that is Vanguard 1. Watch, he's gonna come as a bigger drone that is intimidated as hell. That'd be messed up. He's gonna have custom beat paintball shooters. Do. Paint your red. That'd be interesting enough, I'll say that much.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that, Andre?
I want to see Matt Hardy come back with a new drone and come back and beat the inner circle of messing up his drone.
Yeah. And I think that was the end of the show. No.
It's still Brody Lee versus Daniels.
Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we have a match that people have been wanting to see for quite some time, and considering he was accused or thought to be the exalted one, Christopher Daniels said that he does not exist until Brody Lee appeared and things got twisted. Now we finally have a match between Christopher Daniels and Brody Lee, the actual exalted one. And of course, Brody Lee had one hell of a good match, but still won over Christopher Daniels. And has all his minions of the Dark Order jump Christopher Daniels. And, of course, the rest of SCU come to help, of Kazarian and Scorpion Sky. But they get their asses whooped too, until the man whose title was stolen. You okay? You okay, Andre?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Oh, that was your TV?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was somebody talking to you. Sorry. Alright. In which case, Brody Lee, who last week laid waste and had Jon Moxley accept his challenge for Double or Nothing, took the title and is proclaiming himself to be the current AEW champion, when it still has Jon Moxley's name on it.
He didn't beat Jon Moxley.
No, he didn't. He's already saying he's the champ.
He's not.
Jon Moxley, who later in earlier in the show came in so mad he didn't even give a damn about the interview. He freaking shoved the cameraman, and the guy's like, "Oh man, we're gonna need security up in here." So when after the Dark Order jumps all the members of SCU, Jon Moxley comes in and wanted a piece of Brody Lee and does not get it. Because, if I'm correct, didn't his guy, this new minion that has these scratch marks on his chest, symbolizing 10? That's his name, 10. Didn't he have a match?
No, I don't think so.
Well, he's going to have a match next week with Jon Moxley. And he's the one holding the title for Brody Lee. And both of those two guys get to walk away while all the remaining minions in numbers are laid to waste by Jon Moxley one by one. And Jon Moxley grabs the mic and short but sweet says that he plans on getting payback and making Brody Lee, I'm about to say something else, regret what he did, and that once the match is done, it's going to be a bloody mess in his wake. It's going to be like that. It's going to be bad. Let me see if it says exactly what it says. Bing. Yeah, he says, and I quote, he says, "I do not suffer disrespect. I will not suffer fools." What the heck are you doing? Ah. And he says, you have made a very foolish decision, one you will pay for dearly, with interest. You are going to find out on May 23rd at Double or Nothing. Proclaim Brody Lee. John Moxley. Blah, blah. So, that's pretty much it for AEW, boys. Are you ready, Chris? You ready to end this, Andre?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, with that said, first, a shout out to our brethren, the Heavens Monsters podcast. We have Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell.
Yup.
As well as Chris Petrie, T-Money, Renee, Farrell, and Delvin. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You did? Give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button, like the content, and hit that number one. Hit that notification bell for the next Heavens Monsters podcast. I'm SergDragon. This is Chris Petrie. And this is Andre doing the dishes.
Yup.
And I'll leave him to that. And I'll leave you to your quarantine. Bye.
Bye.